Hi, and welcome back to the Ravioli podcast. On this episode, I'll be giving you some tips and presenting you how I pack when I go on holidays. I actually do this when I'm packing for everything. Like this year, I had to pack every week for my college town, but especially for summer, I'll be talking about like summer clothes, and I've developed some tips throughout the years that I wanted to show you guys. Like, I would like for you to know them so packing can be easier. I don't find packing like stressing, or there are people that are like already overwhelmed just to know that they have to pack like tomorrow or the week they are in. And for me, it was never a matter of like stress because I've always made some checklists, because I have checklists for everything, pretty much everything, but packing is one of them. I've had this list since I like started, I don't know, packing when I was a teenager, and now I still use them. Like, I still use this checklist. Sometimes I update it with some new stuff, or I don't know, I just delete some things that they don't make sense anymore. But basically, I think this is it. Packing with me. First, we have like to make sure what trip are we going to. I mostly be talking about like summer trips, but is it like a flight? Are you going to catch a plane, or is it like a road trip? Because if it's a road trip, you can carry more things with you. Like, if there's a jacket that no longer fits you in your luggage, there's no worries, because you can always place it like in the back of the car or near your seat in the car, and everything fits there. But when it's a plane, like, everything has to be packed, and specifically, and there are like some details that you have to take in consideration. So I know that sometimes that can be frustrating, like, because there's no other way. Either you don't go with that thing, like you just leave it at home, or you figure something out, which sometimes it's not usually the case. Then, like, if it's a plane or even if it's a road trip, but you have to think like, how many days is this trip going to take? Is it like a week or two, or is it like just 3 days and it's something really fast? I don't know. You have to figure that out for yourself. Like, you already know that probably, but you have to decide, like, if you want to carry a big whole luggage, or you are just going to carry like a small stroller with you, like a carry-on with you, or even like just a backpack. You have to decide like which one you have to go. If it's a plane, please don't forget that you cannot bring liquids over 100 millimeters. Usually, when I go on my main week of holidays during summer with my parents, usually it takes like 8 to 10 days. I carry both luggage, like the big whole luggage and the carry on. Usually, I share the big whole luggage with my mother or something, but the carry on is just for myself. It's summer clothes, they don't take as much space as if it was like spring or winter, but still, there's a lot of things to pack, because usually it takes more than the common amount of days I have for holidays during the year. But for example, when I go on my spontaneous trips to, like, the ones I did so far this year, like Barcelona, London, Paris, I just carry like a backpack because I was flying with Ryanair and I didn't want to pay anything more. But I I wouldn't do anything different because it was just 3 days. For London, I'm lying. I actually carried a carry on, but it was 4 days and it was included on the tickets. It was not Ryanair. But for these kind of trips, I usually carry a small backpack, and it's the best thing because you don't have to be worrying about lines in the airport. it's just the best. But when I went to Miami for 3 weeks, of course, I had to pack a big whole luggage, and I didn't brought a carry-on. I think I forgot that I could take both, because if it was now, I would absolutely carry a carry-on with me too, because there were so many things I would have liked to brought, and also I was overpacked, but they just didn't care in Miami at Miami airport, and I was blessed that day because I would be cleaning toilets by now just to pay my debt. I also have like a small checklist inside the main checklist, my packing main checklist, just separating all different kinds of luggage, because there are things that I cannot carry on my purse or on my carry-on, and that way I don't forget anything, like deodorant or like lipstick. I have to have it on my purse, because on the plane my lips, not only mine but like usually lips and skin, they get dry, so like maybe a lotion. So now that we have all these details figured out, I usually think, how many days am I going to stay there again? Imagine it's 8 days, so 8 days, 7 nights, and I carry always, like no exception, one outfit per day and one outfit per night. So I usually like, especially on summer, because the weather is better, we have no responsibilities, I tend to have dinner out, or if I'm staying at an hotel with my parents, we always have dinner outside, even if it's in the hotel, like we are not private. It's not like going and renting an Airbnb so I can eat there, even if I like order food or something. If I'm at an hotel, I'm like dealing, it's a different kind of status. And you better dress accordingly to the occasion. And I also really like to just, in the end of a day, traveling or going to the beach, depending on the type of trip, just like getting dressed up and putting some makeup on and like just feeling re-energized, because travel days can be really, really like tiring. Sometimes when I come back from trips, I need another week to just rest. Like some days I'm travel hangovered, so I usually pack one outfit per day and one outfit per night. Some, like if it's beach holidays, I don't usually put on the outfits before I pack, like if to see if two pieces fit together, like if they are joining or not, because it's like beach wear, so everything goes with everything and they are just small and tiny pieces of clothes. It's okay if I overpack, because it's not going to weight anything, it's not going to use too much space. But if I'm going in a kind of another trip, like if I'm visiting throughout Europe or something, I usually think about the outfits before I go, also because I'm already thinking what type of pictures I want to take, and it would be just a mess if I would get there and nothing fits with nothing, if nothing fits with anything. So I usually do that previously, and then I take just a mirror selfie. I just take a mirror selfie wearing that outfit so I don't forget, because when I'm packing, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to forget that I put this like in this place of the luggage. But of course, like in 1 or 2 days, I no longer remember, with everything going on. Like, where is my fucking sock? I don't remember. So that's why organizing, like having an organized luggage, it's essential for packing. If you are not willing to pack one outfit per day and per night like I do, I would advise you to just choose and think about 5 or 6 comfy and like trustworthy outfits that you can carry with less luggage. It's just something that Like comfy outfits are the best. And also I think I already shared that I'm just building my capsule wardrobe, so I'm just investing. I'm not saying that I'm investing in higher costs types of clothes, because I'm not. I'm still poor. I'm a still broke student, but I'm investing like I'm when I go shopping now, I usually just buy things that are white or black or like neutral beige, dark green, dark blue, dark gray, like I don't go anywhere farther than that. So I think that now if I wouldn't pick the outfits before, I would just be okay, because I would just pick like three or four shorts and three or four like or five tank tops or shirts or like things to wear on my upper body, and they would all fit together all together. So that's another tip. Also, don't forget to think about the shoes, or like for summer sandals, or you know I don't know, trainers. I don't know which style are you going, or what type of trip are you taking, but don't forget to think about the shoes before you go. Like just join them with the outfits. Of course, don't take like one pair of shoes per day and one pair of shoes per night. I don't even think I have enough to do that, but just bring three or four shoes, including flip flops, to the room, because you don't want to get like feet issues and diseases because of the hotel bathroom. I've always brought flip flops when I go on trips, just to walk around the Airbnb or the hotel room or wherever I'm staying. I don't like to put my feet in dirty floors. For example, when I went to London, I just wanted to bring my high boots because it was really cold. It was not winter anymore. I think, yeah, it was in the end of April, but it was still cold. And I wanted to take pictures with that outfit in the London streets. But I just couldn't figure out how would I carry my high boots, because they didn't even fit my carry-on. And I didn't want to bring them with me because it was not the most comfortable outfit for an airport, even though the flight is not that long, but still you have like waiting hours, and I was going to spend the night in the airport before, because the flight was early. So I just decided to go on with it. It was not that bad, in fact. Like if I think back, I'm not worrying about that anymore. It was nothing. So I would advise you, if you are like really wanting to just bring something with you, like a shoe that it's large or it weighs a lot, just use it on the day of the travel, like on the day of the flight, and then when you come back you use it again, and that's something that works out for me. Then don't forget to pack a pajama, or usually when I go travel, I don't pack like pajamas. I I only have like pajamas for winter, because in summer I just wear like a random t-shirt from some marathon that my dad went. But when I go travel, I never pack pajamas, even if it's winter. If it's winter, I pack like a sweater, like something warmer, but still it's not a pajama, because I don't know. I wouldn't like to be seen in a pajama from Primark. But yeah, I usually on in summer I pack some shorts with a t-shirt, like a loose t-shirt, and that's how we roll. Next, pick some bikinis or swimsuits. If I'm on a beach holiday, like if I'm planning on going to the beach every day, because that's the meaning, like the purpose of that trip, I tend to bring just all the swimsuits and bikinis I own. They are not a lot. I don't think I have enough. I don't think I have like more than eight, because I think I have to repeat some days. Or if I don't have to repeat, like in the end I just kind of end up using the same ones. But I always carry all of them with me, because if it's a beach holiday, like you are wearing a bikini for the entire day, pretty much. Like you just put something like a dress or something on the small travel between the hotel and the beach. But like that's your outfit. Like a bikini, it's a summer outfit. If like me, you usually work out, I've said that I work out every day in the morning, like right away as I wake up. That's the time schedule in the day that I find more pleasing for me to work out, and consistency is key. But if you don't, just skip this part. I'm just going to remember like a quick reminder for you to pack your workout clothes. Like, don't bring one workout cloth per day because I don't think it's necessary. Don't forget to pack your panties and socks. Bras, if you use, I don't put a bra for like 3 years and I've never been happier. Like, I have, I don't know, maybe 10 bras that I own and they are there for 3 years without me touching them. So if you are looking for new bras, because some are new, I was gifted, like my family gifted me, and I'm like, yeah, I don't actually wear them anymore, but thanks one day. Don't forget also to pack your accessories like basic necklaces, rings, earrings. I usually just put on a necklace that will fit everything. If it's like a beach holiday, I don't wear a necklace during the day sometimes because of the sun and the sunscreen, but I usually carry one that I don't have to be changing all the time. And sometimes I put on another one, like an extra one, just in case, like for dinner, or if I really like that necklace with that outfit. And also, it's the same thing for the other kinds of accessories, like I was saying, like rings and earrings. I don't usually bring a lot of stuff because when I'm here, I think I'm going to be patient enough to be changing everything, but I'm not. I end up like even forgetting they are there. So usually I just pack the essential, but just reminding you. And also, if you want to wear some hats for summer, or caps, or coats, or other thing like accessories that you cannot picture them on your main outfit, but they are nice additions and to spice up your outfits. Don't forget to pack your shoulder bags also, like either shoulder bags or other type of bags. Just when you go out for dinner, you are not going to carry the same like tote bag you carry to the beach. So just don't forget to bring a shoulder bag. Usually if I have to carry just one, I bring my black one because it goes with everything. But I think those bags are perfect. They are tiny, so they fit everywhere. And you can, for example, if you are packing accessories, you can pack them inside the shoulder bag so you save space. Don't forget your chargers at home, and look at all the devices you are going to carry so you don't forget anything. I've been there too. Like, for example, when I changed to my new iPhone in January, I remember that when I went to London, I brought just my main charger for the phone, but that cannot go with my power bank. When I figured that out, I was already in London, so I couldn't use my power bank for the entire trip. So don't forget to like check every detail. For example, your phone charger, your AirPods charger, usually like mine, it's the same as the iPhone, but it depends in what type of AirPods, like HearPods you have. Your camera, if you are bringing your camera, usually it uses a different charger. And other gadgets, like for example my Fitbit, my small digital clock for my workouts and moving and everything. I don't know, you just name it. Don't forget to pack your power bank. If you have more than one, pack every power bank you have, because on trips it's really helpful, especially if you are traveling on plane. Like, you have to get to the airport 2 hours earlier, so you leave home even earlier. then all with all the traveling, I usually don't end up using a lot of battery on travel days because I try to save it and I just read my book and I don't know, listen to a podcast. It doesn't require a lot of battery because I never know what is going to happen, like an emergency or something, even if I'm carrying my power bank. But sometimes like it's so useful when you are already in the place and you are visiting for an entire day and you want to be uploading Insta stories or other pictures, sending your parents if you are not with them. Like, you just, even though if you are not on your phone all day because you are visiting, you are taking pictures and videos, and that consumes a lot of battery. Sometimes I do that. I put my phone on airplane mode for the entire day traveling just because I want to be recording things. Don't forget an umbrella. Like, I think this is going to be one of the best tips I'm going to give you. It's not a tip, like one of the best reminders here, because an umbrella, it's so useful. Like, even if the weather forecast says that it's impossible to rain on that week or on the days you are going to be there, like impossible, it says that it's going to be like 30 degrees outside, sun with no clouds. Don't trust the weather forecast. Trust me and bring your umbrella. I remember when I went to Poland with my parents, it happened. This thing happened. So I'm like, the things I'm showing you, like the things I'm discussing here, most of them, they happen to me. You have, please, to trust me. And we were there, it started raining and we didn't have an umbrella. We were going to visit the city, so we had no other option. And we bought 2 small and tiny umbrellas that we found on like a souvenir shop. But they are so tiny, but they are like good quality. We just have one now because I lost the other one. Like, it didn't broke, I just lost it. And it was the prettiest one because it was the black one, and I like, discreet things. So now when I go on holidays, I always carry the other umbrella that left that trip with me. It's so tiny, so it's really good for saving up space. And when we went to Barcelona, like, I was the only one carrying an umbrella, 1 out of 5 that we were. And I was thanking God. I'm so blessed because they were wet for the entire day. Like, it was a storm. It was not even raining, just raining. It was like wind and everything combined. And that umbrella saved my life because I would be so miserable either other way. Don't forget to pack also plastic bags, either for your dirty clothes, if you like for some trash that you are like snacking during the day and you don't have to put the trash, or if you feel dizzy on flights or on car rides, I don't know, whatever, just pack 1 or 2 plastic bags or more, because they also are tiny things. They don't take a lot of space, and you'll find them so useful. And fortunately, if you don't end up using them, it's okay, because they are not the reason that you have like a 25 kilo luggage instead of a 21 or 23, I don't remember anymore. Don't forget to pack your beach towel if it's a beach holiday, because I also have been there and it's not funny. In Miami, I had to buy a beach towel. So yeah, but at the same time, like, I didn't mind because it was like a nice souvenir. Don't forget to take your pills and medicines. Like, if you are on your pill, don't forget that medicines for fever, dizziness, menstruation, general pain, mosquitoes. Like, just do a brainstorm. What are the things, like general things you can carry with you? Sometimes they don't take a lot of space either. You just take them out of the boxes and bring just a few. Of course, you are not going to be sick for a month, hopefully. And if you are, it's not the medicine that are going to cure you. You have to go to the fucking hospital. So just carry a few ones with you, and I think it works. And now, also, don't forget to pack everything for your skincare and health. For example, your tampons and patties, like if you are expecting to be on your period, and if not, and I've been in there again, pack, like if you are expecting to be on your period, either pack a lot of things, like a lot of tampons or pads with you, or just accept that you are going to buy a pack there, because sometimes I prefer to buy a pack if it's a flight and I don't have a lot of space, because I don't know how many I'm going to be end up using and needed. So to save some space and it's not going to like break me in terms of money, I just buy them. If you are not expecting to have your period on that days, just pack some, like 3 or 4 with you just in case, okay? Don't forget to pack your makeup. Again, don't forget also the liquids that you cannot carry with you, but don't forget the makeup. I sometimes carry my makeup with my it's not my purse, but like in a bag that I carry on my shoulder or a backpack, because if I'm going to spend the night at the airport, I usually just try to sleep a little bit, and then like at 5 or 6 I go to the toilet and do my mess routine, like my pseudo routine. I wash my face and I do my makeup, because gross. All that hours, no, we don't want that. Don't forget to pack your deodorant, and please pack it with your purse that you are carrying with you, because all that time in airports and planes and different temperatures, it's really painful for you to be sitting with a person that sweats and smells so fucking bad. When I came from Paris, I was in the middle seat, and the person that was on my right, she was like smelling so, like I was going to throw up, because I was dizzy because of that. And it was like, it was so painful. Like I'm not judging you, but please just carry a deodorant, because even though sometimes you can still smell from a person that puts on deodorant, it helps, okay? At least I'm not close to die. Don't forget your face cream, your sunscreen, especially beach holidays sunscreen, it's a must. Your after sun, also for beach holidays, I like to carry an after sun cream just to put after the beach, like after I take a shower and relax for a bit, because my skin is aching like for the sun. Even if I put sunscreen, it's damaged from the sun and like it's sensitive. So carry an after sun. Don't forget again your lip balm. I said I carry in my purse, because my lips tend to get really dry on planes and then there's no coming back. And don't forget, like this is something that I always pack with me, wipes. Even if they are for babies, I don't mind. Like wipes are the best thing. I carry them with my purse in my purse, and for example, they are so useful because on the airports you are touching in things that everyone touched already. You can just be snacking and the toilet is far away, like, and you just clean your hands with a wipe and that's it, it's done. Also, sometimes you have, for example, you are at the airport, so you want to just clean like some areas, because to avoid smelling bad. Like wipes are so useful and they don't count as a liquid, so it's kind of the hygiene part of the trip. If you are planning on cooking meals to take for the day, for example, for the beach, you are staying at an Airbnb, don't forget to pack like a Tupperware. When I went to Madrid with my friends, we one Tupperware for ourselves, because sometimes at lunch we would bring something that we ate for dinner, like something that was a leftover. A Tupperware is nice to carry that things because it avoids me having to pay for meals outside, or just to have to buy a new Tupperware that I don't need. And also inside the Tupperware you can put like accessories, I don't know, put your chargers, and then you end up saving space. And then your personal belongings, like this is the last thing I have on the list. Your personal belongings on your small bag that you are carrying with you, a backpack, I don't know, the thing that you keep your clothes and most important things on the airport. So don't forget your phone, like that's kind of the main thing. Your book or your e-reader if you are into the reading thing. Don't forget your AirPods or your headset. That's like, I would die if I ever forgot that. Like it never happened to me, thank God. And usually when I'm on a plane, I don't use my AirPods because I've been there. Like I've lost some AirPods on a plane and I just freak out. And the headset is also so much more useful because even if they don't have like noise cancelling, you don't hear as much noise as you hear when you are having like when you are with your AirPods. So I just like, because I hate being on planes because it's so loud and then I feel so tired because of that. And I usually just end up listening to something the entire flight. Like even if I'm not listening, I'm just with them. And I think they are so comfortable. You can distract yourself. So I would recommend an headset for the travel day, and then the AirPods for the weekly routine. Don't forget tissues, because as well as the wipes, tissues are very handy. Small pads for your panties, because if you are like on an airport overnight, you just use the same panties, for example, and you just change pads. Like, guys, we have to survive. I'm being real here. Don't come after me saying, oh no, I shower my things when I'm at the airport. No. You are all stressed about the flight you are going to take, so you don't miss it. You are just like really excited for the trip, so you are not going to do that. You do that daily, not on a trip. This never happened to me, but when someone told me this, because she used to travel a lot for work, and one day she mentioned this, and I was like, oh my god, I'm going to do that from now on. It's to put a pair of socks and panties on the small bag that you are carrying with you during the flight. If you are going with a carry-on, I think this is not necessary. But if you are going with an old luggage, a big old luggage, and if for unfortunate reasons it gets lost, even if you end up receiving it like some days after, panties and socks, even if you wear the same outfit for the first 2 days, at least you have nice and clean clothes and you avoid paying for them, because sometimes, I don't know where are you traveling, but it's not something that takes a lot of space either. So just do that. It's easy and practical. Don't forget the money, like bring some physical money. Of course, you should bring your bank account money too, like money on your bank account, but bring some physical money. And don't forget, if you have to change the currency. When I went to Poland again, like I don't know what we did, because like I went with my parents. How did I do not know that? Okay, I don't know. But we went there with heroes. Like they don't have heroes. So we had to like change the money as soon as we got there, because we just had our cards, and it was a few years ago. Like it's not recent, and there were no like practical payment methods as they have now, like MBWay in Portugal or like Apple Pay or something. And there are some local shops that they still don't have, they just accept cash. So don't forget to change the currency, and don't forget to fucking see if your charger works there. Because when I went to London, when I went to the States, I knew I had to buy like converter to the charger. But when I went to London, I didn't know that. Like no idea for all these years that London didn't use the same charger as I use. So fortunately, the hotel had USB entries, like USB plugs, and I could use that, but still, like, it was close to disaster. Don't forget your cards. If you are a student, don't forget your student card, because sometimes you end up having some discounts on museums and other visit points around the city. And when I went to Barcelona, we booked everything with the student card. Like, they had so many discounts. If you go to the Louvre in France, in Paris, like, it is free if you can. It is free if you are under 25 years old. So just carry them with you, because sometimes people tend to bring less things on the purse, on the wallet, just to weight less, or I don't know, to avoid losing them. But don't forget these cards. And also don't forget your health European card. Like, if you are an Europe citizen and you are traveling to another Europe country, you have a card for your health insurance, so you can go to an hospital and pay less, or do not pay, I don't know, because also, fortunately, I've not been there. Don't forget your ID. I check so many times if I have my ID before I leave home. Like, it's fucking obsessive, and it's not healthy. And don't forget your passport. If you are traveling somewhere, you need your passport too. Don't forget to bring a small notebook. Like, this is dependable. Now I usually tend to just bring, of course, my phone. And if I'm like tight in space, I don't carry a small notebook. A pen, and also gum if your ears they blow on the plane. In the beginning, when I started traveling, like so many years ago, my dad was like, just bring gum. And I just bring gum. And I was like, okay, I have gum here. But then when I started like traveling alone, and I was like, I'm going to defy the odds of my destiny. Like, is it really necessary? No, it's not. And now I don't do that anymore. I don't need gum. But if you are the type of people that, for example, had to use tampons for the ears when you are in the pool, probably you are going to need this. And finally, but not less important, your neck pillow. When I have, like, for example, when I went to Barcelona for 3 days with a backpack, I didn't carry that because it was like 1.5 hour flight. No, it was more, but small flights, or just tight in space, something that is not practical, it's not good to bring. And the neck pillow, it's not actually practical, but if you are going to stay for an hotel, the same hotel for a week, so you are just going to carry that on the travel days. Neck pillows are perfect to sleep on planes. I guess this is my list for the summer, like for packing. I hope you find it interesting. Like, I hope you got some tips and things you didn't know. And I also wish, like, if you are listening to this episode and you are preparing for a trip soon, I wish you have a good time, and we'll keep talking. Bye.